Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the West Ham Network. I am Matt, aka Stato, and this is the Stat Attack. Crystal Palace at home. It's a 2 p.m. kickoff on a Sunday, not on TV. We've had a good run on TV of games, so to be on Sunday and not on TV is a bit of a strange one. To be on TV, to be on a Sunday is not. The amount of Saturday games we get these days is tiny. But we roll on. As I said, Crystal Palace, Sunday. West Ham coming to this on the bit of we're coming to a moral high. You know, we played Steaua Bucharest Thursday, left almost all the first team at home. You know, I think obviously you can say Ariola Aguerd, Downs, and Fornals. I mean, you know, Soufal, but we only started with two kids, but most of the core first team players, your Rice, Socek, Zumas, Skamakas, Bowens, they all got to stay at home and have a rest, much needed. But the boys done well, didn't they? A couple of kids started, but I think we had 7 or 8 kids over starting coming off the bench. And they done really well. 3-0 win. We're the first team in the history of the very short-lived history of the competition to do 6 from 6. It's only the second season, but no one last season, no one else this season's won all 6 games. And we've done it really without the first team. You know, first team players played, but I don't think we once laid out an entire first 11. There was lots of chops and changes, lots of the backup squad got in. And like we said, in the last game, a lot of the kids got in. So we're coming in with quite a high, bit of rested team. Form's a bit iffy, at the moment. September to October, so the back end of September to the back end of October-ish. We actually played really well. For some, we say we played really well. We got good results. I think we're still 6 unbeaten at home in all competitions now, but we faltered a bit at the back end of October. You know, recently 1-0 losses away at Man United and Liverpool, and the Europa League sort of boosted up how we've done. But as I said, form-wise, it's 3 wins and a draw in the last 6, with those 2 losses being the losses at Man United and Liverpool. Both 1-0s, though. And, you know, I always talk about the old West Ham. Old West Ham would be quite happy to walk away from those 2 games, having lost them both 1-0. New West Ham, we should have probably got at least 4 points from those. We should have definitely won one of them 2 games. Probably should have got 4 points, if not 6. So, perspectives. But as I said, we come into this, look, we're 13th in the table on 14 points. Palace, a couple of places above us, 2 points better off. But goal difference is worse. You know, they've shipped more goals than us. So, you know, and in fairness, Crystal Palace's, I think their run of form was pretty much similar to ours. You know, I think they match us in the fact that they got 3 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in the last 6, same as us. They had a very unlucky 2-1 loss at Stamford Bridge, if anyone saw that game. I mean, you know, our VAR decision at Stamford Bridge was horrendous, with Cornet's goal when Bowen got judged to have fouled the goalkeeper because the goalkeeper come out. In this game, Andre Ayew would have been through 1-on-1. Apart from the fact that Thiago Silva literally just handballed it on the floor as the last man, and the ref only gave him a booking. They went on to win it. So Palace probably judged harshly on that one. And then, although they won their last home game, won it at Wolves. The last away game was really bad. Very uncharacteristically bad for this new Patrick Vieira Crystal Palace team. They went 3-0 down to Everton. Possibly partly to blame for the fact that they're sort of missing their new midfield maestro, Czech Doucouré, who come in for about 20 odd million from, I think it was Lens or Rennes in the summer. He come from France in League One. Very, very highly rated, very good player. He's had a couple of injuries and he's missed the last couple of games, and they're really missing him as their defensive midfield maestro. Um, as I said, West Ham are unbeaten in the last 4 Premier League games against Crystal Palace. So it's weird. It's weird. I'm going to get back to get the head to head, and head to head's kind of even. But I don't. I always think of Palace as like a bogey team. I'm always never confident. I never want to be overly confident against them. Even before Vieira come in, I mean, Vieira's come in and they've started playing amazing football on the floor. But before that, even like under Hodgson, when their football wasn't the best, they seem to be a very good attacking, direct, fast team. We always struggled against them. But we're unbeaten in the last 4 against them. I think at home, this must be. Unbeaten in the last 4, 2 wins, 2 draws. Said if we get into the head-to-head, it's 9 wins. Crystal Palace is 7. We've got 31 goals, 39 to their 31, and it's 3 clean sheets apiece. As I said, there will be goals. It's one of them games. Both teams have scored in the last 10 Premier League meetings between the teams. There will be goals on both sides, but both teams love scoring in this fixture. I know we looked at that and we're a bit like, but they do. You don't want to score first. This is a very weird. Like you don't want to score first in this. I don't know why, but whoever scores first tends to not win. It's 5 losses and 5 draws and 4 losses in the last 10 games when teams have scored first. So, the fact that we're a slow starter may work into our advantage here because you don't want to score first. You look at some of the other stats. Crystal Palace, Wilfried Zaha has attempted more dribbles, take-ons than any other player in the Premier League this season with 58. He's also been fouled more often than anyone else, 36 fouls. So, and that doesn't surprise me. He's very good at what he does. He knows he's going to get kicked. He takes it sometimes. Don't get me wrong. You can eventually annoy him, and I understand why. Because, in all fairness, does he get a reputation for diving? Yes. Does he do it as much as he used to? No. Does he still get the reputation for it? Yeah. So, like, sometimes I can't remember what game it was. It was literally the other week, and I was watching Crystal Palace, and I don't know if maybe it was the Wolves game, but they were just kicking the lumps out of him, and he took about 3 players on. Each player took about 3 swipes out of him before he got the ball away. And he didn't even get the free kick for it. And I was thinking, you know what? Any other player, that was a big 6 player, the ref would have blown up for the very first foul. Wouldn't have just let him niggle at him non-stop for 30 seconds until he got rid of the ball. Following on with the stats for Palace, Eberechi Eze has attempted 30 of the players that have attempted at least 30 take-ons this season. Eze has the highest success rate at 67% from 26 take-ons from 39. No one has had more successful take-ons than Eze in the Premier League. So they get fouled a lot. They do a lot more take-ons. I suppose if you're running at players, you're going to get the fouls. This is a very, very random David Moyes stat to sum up our season so far. We've scored the fewest first half goals in the Premier League. We only scored 3 first half goals this season. As I said, we're a second half team. On the flip side, we've conceded the fewest second half goals. We've actually got, I think, the 5th best defensive record in the league. I think it's only Newcastle, Everton, Man City, and it's one of the other top 4. Or maybe guess Tottenham that have conceded less. And it's like we've conceded 13. It's like I think it's 11, 11, 12, 11, 11, 10 or something. So we're not scoring enough, but we're also not really shipping any goals either. Yeah. And then we get onto the top scorers for both teams. Sort of no surprises. Scamacca is still our top scorer. He's slowed up a little bit recently. Bowen's starting to catch him. Bowen's sitting on 5. Equal to what Zaha is for Palace's top scorer, Zaha. Everton. Yeah, it's 5 and 6. I mean, that's the stats. It's quite an even team. It's going to be, you know what? I generally, it's going to be double-ended statement here because I don't like playing Palace, but I do like playing Palace. I don't like playing Palace because I kind of feel personally they are like a bogey team for us. I don't enjoy like the stress of playing them because I know how well they can play. But as a neutral, it's always especially since Vieira coming, it's a really good game to watch. It's two teams that go at each other. They can be wide open games. As I said, both teams have scored in the last 10 games. My prediction for the game, I'm going to go with a 3-1. I think we should win. I think we have enough to win. A lot is going to depend on the fact that Odsonne Edouard and Cheick Doucouré could both be out for Palace. They're both only just get back into training and trained on Friday, so they may both miss the game. And if Doucouré does, it's a massive win for West Ham. But as I said, that has been your Stat Attack. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Get your comments in down below. Anything you like, anything you disliked. Remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to get notifications of the videos coming out. We have multiple videos on a daily basis, so if you want to keep up with it, you want to know when stuff's coming out, hit the notification bell. Hit that join button if you're interested in becoming a member. Lots of cool things coming up. Russ is always doing stuff for the members. There's always monthly giveaways and prizes and this and that. Exclusive videos, content, you name it. I'm Matt. This is the West Ham Network. Thanks for watching. And come on, you Irons.